My name is James McTague, and I'm running for County Board, District 1.
James, tell us about your background.
Well, I've been in McHenry County since 1993. Professionally, I'm a clinical psychologist and been a Democrat ever since I was old enough to vote. Worked on political campaigns on a state and federal level over the years. Really am interested, since coming to the community, in democratic representation in county politics.
So how does a clinical psychologist decide that they want to run for office? What motivated you?
Interesting question. Obviously, as a psychologist, I'm talking with people all day long and focusing in on their issues and difficulties, stresses in life. Part of that conversation tends to be what's going on in their community and frustrations they're experiencing in their community. And in the course of some of these discussions, I found myself more and more concerned, not only as a clinician, but reflecting upon my own situation living in the community and the quality of life, and thought, as experiencing in the local elections that we have time and time again, that Democrats were underrepresented and never really have held office since the inception of the county 170 years. So I felt increasingly compelled to take citizens' responsibility to address that issue and do what I could to provide a representation of the democratic principles put forth by Jefferson and Madison in the founding of our country.
So you are running for District 1 location for the McHenry County Board. Where does District 1 encompass?
District 1 is Cary, Algonquin, parts of Oakwood Hills area in the county, southeast corner of the county, basically.
So what are some of the main issues you're running on in this election?
Well, the southeast county has about 3/4 of the population growth in the county, so it's proportionally has a lot of new people moving into the county, and the issues that are impacting us, as in other parts of the county, are transportation, groundwater issues, preserving resources such as environmental issues, and land development. It impacts us more because there's more of us, and that's something that the current county government has failed to respond to in any kind of effective way for decades.
Being that McHenry County is traditionally Republican, how do you overcome that as a Democrat?
Well, that's an interesting question, because with each successive election that I've participated in the county, there has been more and more Democratic votes cast. And in the last primary that we had back in February, for the first time, there were 3,000 more Democratic ballots polled than Republican ballots polled. I myself, as a primary candidate, received more Democratic votes than my Republican counterparts received combined. So that tells me that there is an increasing trend, an increasing desire to have Democratic representation, a Democratic voice to represent the citizens of at least District 1 in McHenry County.
How much do you think the national political climate will affect the election here in McHenry County?
Oh, I think it directly affects it. Obviously, we're part of the national scene. We're as interested in ending economic and political terrorism as we are international terrorism. And the current federal government seems to think that we can have economic and constitutional terrorism in order to prevent international terrorism. That same kind of mentality with a one-party system over time breeds political arrogance, and I think that's what we're concerned about in McHenry County, that this sense of one-party rule and this political arrogance needs to be balanced by some different political discussions.
So how can people get involved in your campaign, or if they just want to learn more?
Well, they can certainly contact us through our website. That's James McTague, 4 District 1, number 4 District 1. .com. They can contact us by email at Doc McTague, DOC McTague, or Doc DOCMCT at gmail.com, or contact our local county Democratic Party website, and we'll be happy to talk with anybody.